Hey Taurus, welcome back to Distilled Tarot. My name's Shannon. I'll be guiding you through today's reading. This is our daily reading for June 29th, 2025. Let's see what's going on with Taurus. The heart of your reading, we have the World, the Two of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. You're very excited about launching into a new adventure. I do think it means a literal journey for you, possibly moving, maybe just ending up on the road for a while and making your new home like a traveling home. I think that it has something to do with either avoiding lessons or this journey is available to you because of a skill that you've learned, where you feel like, okay, if I embark on this new journey, I'm going to be able to capitalize on things that I already know and maybe master those skills a little bit better. But the emphasis here is on, I'm not going to have to learn a whole new skill set. What's the challenge for Taurus? Not trying to do it all, or maybe this schedule is going to feel overwhelming for a time. I do get the sense that in order to maintain work-life balance here, or a balance between the responsibilities of this adventure and the rest of your life, to maintain that balance is really going to take some concerted effort on your part. I think the environment is going to try to impose a lot of required effort from you. It's going to require a lot of attention, effort, doing from you in some way. And you can correct that, but it feels like it's going to be a consistent correction, not something that you can just one and done say, okay, it's not going to be this way, I'm delegating this. It's more like at each destination on your journey, you're going to have to line up a pet sitter and a dog walker, and there's like, okay, I'm not going to do it all myself, but I am going to have to actively delegate along the way. There's that sort of an energy along with it. I'm not sure exactly how it applies to your individual situation, but hopefully this is making sense. I mean, if you're still here in the reading, I think at least you really enjoy my company, maybe. But hopefully it's resonating for you on some level. Your focus, we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. I think you don't want to be seen as wealthy. There's some sort of like negative connotation, the way that you are perceiving your financial status. And you are careful to not engage in behavior that is counter to how you want to see yourself, but moreover, I think how you want to be seen by others. It could be something like, I would never be seen dead with those fingernails because they're gaudy, or expression of like, I don't know, wealth or decadence that is just like, why can't she just keep it real? Why can't she just show her natural nails? And it comes from this sense of like, the way that I'm picking up on it, not calling you out here. I'm giving an example of how it could manifest, right? You could feel like this sense of guilt or shame when you get your nails done because you believe that people will perceive you that way. So you project it onto others as a way to sort of distance yourself from those feelings of guilt and shame. You're like, no, other wealthy people are worthy of scorn and othering. Not me. I'm one of the good ones. In the recent past, we have the Two of Cups. That is, I really do think it's a relationship in this sense. Feels really positive, a good connection. Things are working well for you in the relationship department. And I think that's freeing you up to explore other areas of life because you feel like that part of your life is locked down. Show me the higher self perspective, Wheel of Fortune in reverse. You've felt hindered or held back in your ability to travel, explore, see the world. And the Spirit is opening that door now for you so that you can see what it's like, have that experience, satisfy that urge. You guys, I'm holding back on saying the whole message, and I'm sorry that I'm doing that. I feel like you're not going to want to hear this, but part of the message, the way that it's coming through right now, is that Spirit knows that you will hold this hunger inside for that sort of adventure and exploration and travel, as long as you're not allowed the opportunity to go and, get your fingers on it. But once you do get a taste of it, I think it's going to be satisfied a lot quicker than you expect, or it won't be as satisfying of an experience as you think. The reason the Wheel of Fortune is showing up in reverse is because it's like, it's being held away from you, so you're feeling drawn to it because it's something that you can't have. But also that once you connect with that, it'll feel done. You'll have a sense of closure. You won't crave it as much anymore. And in the moments of the experience itself, you're a little bit going to be craving home. Like, let's say you've always wanted to try van life. So you rent a van for 6 months, you plan out a road trip, and you're expecting maybe the Instagram life where you're oceanside or lakeside, or just you and your dog waking up having a cup of coffee with a beautiful view, when the reality is maybe going to turn out to be more parking lots or more middle of the night knocking on the outside of your van asking you to move. Some sort of like mixed bag of experiences that has you looking backward and hoping to reconnect with the good stuff that's waiting for you at home. Show me the near future. I don't say all that to dissuade you from going on the adventure. Spirit wants you to go on the adventure if that's what you want to do. It's not going to be a bad thing. There's not going to be any big disaster. It's like it's going to develop your connection with your path in a really positive way. Anyway, in the near future, we have the Six of Cups. This is a very reconnection to the simple joys that connect with you on a deep level. Like maybe things that you've started to take for granted become more precious, become more special. It feels more rare rather than just your everyday grind. like coming back from the 6-month road trip and sitting in your favorite chair and looking out the same window that you've looked out for 10 years and having a cup of coffee while your partner logs into their work from home job, and those familiar senses from home. I'm just getting super, like, almost choked up about it. It's like it's gonna feel so beautiful to you, your life, just your life, being back there. Show me what is going to impact the situation that Taurus doesn't see coming. Knight of Cups in reverse. I just think this is kind of what we touched on with your expectation versus reality about this adventure that you're about to undertake. And I want to back up and say, although adventure and travel looks very likely here, because of the Two of Wands in the World and the Wheel of Fortune, it's not necessarily literal. The adventure, embarking into new territory, could be any sort of major change, leveling up, something that you're really striving for, going after, breaking away from your normal into something that feels like special and new, adventurous in that way. Your hopes and fears, we have the Four of Wands. Yeah, there is some sort of expectation of feeling celebratory, feeling, this is like, I feel like I've already said it, that because the energy is feeling very similar to what I was talking about, with the example of going on renting a van, a converted van that you live inside for the trip. You think that it's going to be like the Instagram posts. This Four of Wands is having that vision of that stereotypical moment where they open the door and there's the ocean and your dog is right next to you, like looking out at the beautiful landscape, and you're, oh my gosh, what a view I get to wake up to. And it's simple life, me and my coffee. It feels so well crafted and beautiful and fulfilling. And that's like the benchmark that you're aiming for achieving in this dream, in this vision for your adventure. And I think there will be some moments in what you're experiencing that strike you that way. It's just, of course, like, you don't always see all the facets of the reality of a situation before you experience it for yourself. And I think you're gonna have a much more well-rounded understanding of whatever it is you're launching into after having experienced it. The way this is all headed is the Knight of Swords in reverse combined with the Emperor. You're gonna fast-track yourself towards a real sense of responsibility, groundedness, planning for the future, and having that be your seat of power. It's a very like shortcut to self-empowerment sort of energy. And there's nothing that's going to stand in your way. Yeah, that's a bit like why I was resisting mentioning that aspect of the Wheel of Fortune, because it's like the overriding energy that I'm getting off of this is really good, like, dare I say, like, wonderful. But I don't want to put it out there that, like, you're going to have this fantasy experience through what you're going toward. It's more nuanced than that, more holistic, taking into account all the other factors of your life and your future. So, your advice, we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. This is a bit of like, feel the fear and do it anyway, or don't hold back from having the experience even if you don't look the part in your own estimation. To pull it into this example that I've been using throughout the reading, let's say in those snapshot Instagram moments that you're looking to recreate and connect with that sort of experience for yourself, maybe when you're on your road trip, you run out of coffee, or your electrical goes out and you can't make your own breakfast, and you have to go sit at a restaurant on the patio with your dog instead of like looking out the door of your van like you wanted to. Even if it's not the way you envisioned, and you feel a bit like, oh, I'm messing this up, or I'm failing at this, or I don't really want to take a picture of myself for Instagram because I have bedhead and I don't want to put any makeup on, and maybe you snap a few pictures of yourself and you look at yourself and you're like, oh, that's a terrible lighting and angle and I look like a troll. This isn't what inspired me to go on the journey, so I'm not going to post this picture of myself having the experience looking awful. There's a kind of a feedback loop there that you run the risk of feeding into your like causing your own experience to be more negative if you're drawing in your guess as to other imaginary people's reaction to your current experience. It's like you're tapping into other people's energy and trying to sense how their emotional reaction is. You're letting that affect you in the moment. Watch out for that. Watch out for that sort of vibe. The Queen of Wands in reverse is like, you're good enough, you're beautiful, you're special, you're passionate, you are desirable, and no one else has to feel that way but you. So Taurus, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that helped. Have a great day, and I'll see you back tomorrow.